This is Ben. I got Ben 5 days ago. I mean, how could I resist that cute face, right? Ben isn't my first hamster, though. This is Stuart, my first hamster. He was a great little friend, although he never really got tame, but that was actually my fault. However, I was content to just watch him do his cute little hamster activities, and I felt I provided him with a great home in life. And yet, the cycle of life goes on, and Stuart finished his little life just 2 weeks short of 3 years old. Which brings us to now, 2 months later, and a new hamster. With Ben, I was determined to learn how to give him the happiest life possible. And that would begin with his enclosure, where he would spend the majority of his time. So this is the current cage that my hamster is in. It was a cage I had before for my last hamster, Stuart. He's a dwarf, Laogongong, Roborovski, as I say, Roborovski Dwarf. I only really know the Chinese, Laogongong, which means Santa Claus, basically. But so I thought, well, it's okay because he's pretty small. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. But he passed away. He was 2 weeks shy of 3 years old and lived a good life, I think. But the Syrian is quite a bit bigger, and I did more research and found that this cage is way too small, even for my last one. I measured it, and it's only 16 by 11 inches, only 176 square inches. And the minimum floor space, the minimum in the US is something like 450 square inches. That's just the minimum. The recommended is at least 600 or more. So I'm going to replace this one, but for posterity, here's what it looks like. And Ben, my current hamster, is asleep, so you can't see him. I've only had Ben for about 3 or 4 days now, and I'm in the process of getting him a bigger enclosure. Thanks to so many YouTubers, I found an enclosure that would give Ben a lot more floor space without bankrupting me. The Ikea Detolf. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, it's a glass cabinet that has been converted to many hamster enclosures all over the world. I was really happy to learn that the Ikea in my city here in Taiwan actually carried this item. So I went there and I bought it, had it delivered, and assembled it, which took me less than an hour all by myself. Can you believe all that room? It was a lot of fun figuring out just how to set it up. This old cage, so I thought I would videotape this before I move him. And this is his new enclosure. I'm so excited. It's made from the Detolf cabinet that was suggested by many people. Very easy to put together. I did it by myself. And yeah. The price, I think in the United States, it's about $60. In Taiwan, it came to, with shipping, because they brought it to my house in the package, about $85, I think. So a little bit more expensive, but a lot better than getting an aquarium this size. There's no way I could touch an aquarium this big. For that price. Anyway, I thought I would show you how I set it up. In this compartment to the right, I wanted to make sure he had at least a good 10 inches of burrowing space. So with this container, this setup, I can do it. And I went a little crazy. I wanted to try out different substrates based on suggestions that I got off YouTube videos. So this first one is a combination of the regular shavings that I use, which I think are like aspen and something else that are safe for hamsters. The regular wood shavings mixed with the, I think it's called Katie, and it's kind of like a soft, fluffy material, but it's made for hamsters, so I'm guessing it's paper-based. But it seems really nice and soft and great for making bedding and great for tunneling in. It'll keep the shape. I put this thing, which is, it's open all the way through to help him start his tunneling. And a little hiding couple of playthings in there. And some of his old bedding I put on the top from his other cage so he get used to the smell. And the dividers here are just, here, I'll do it like this. The dividers here are just pieces of cardboard from the packing with the Detolf, with the pieces of glass. I have a lot of cardboard, nice thick pieces of cardboard that came with it, so I'm saving it so I can make other little play structures and things for him. But I use them to hold back the burrowing part. And then this second chamber, I used a mixture of his old shavings and these smaller like chips. I can't remember the name of it, but it's made for hamsters. So it's the right kind of wood, but just a different kind of texture for him to dig through. A little tunnel there so he can get into the big tunnel area, and another little hiding place. And the third section, I have hay. Oh, that's nice. The third section is actually built up. I took a piece, one of the glass shelves that came with it, and put some of these, you see these wood blocks that you can climb through. I put some of those on the bottom to hold it up. And there is, I think, this kind of substrate underneath it mixed with the hay. So he can actually dig under here, under this platform, and be safe. And he can crawl in and out of the holes of the wooden blocks that are holding it up. Just like this. And there's more on top. This is where I put this is his current, well, he's not in it right now. This is one of the places he likes to sleep from his old cage. So I put it in here already with some tissue. And this is his little food dish. I only put a little bit of food out so that I try to feed him every day. And I got a suggestion, I heard again from the internet, that I'm going to try to put some food just other places, not necessarily in his dish, so he has to forage for it. And I don't have the bottle because I wasn't sure how to hang it up. I know people have suggested using heavy-duty Velcro, but I couldn't find that here. So I thought, well, I'll just try a dish. It's a cute little leaf-shaped dish. Makes it more kind of natural looking. I'm sure he'll drink out of it. Maybe I'll try to find a way to hang the bottle too. This is just the first day of me setting it up. And there's a little bridge thing he can crawl under, climb under, a little coconut hideaway he can go in. This last section here, the substrate is called, I think, snake grass, or it's used for snakes. And again, it's safe for hamsters. And here is his nice big sand area. I hope he uses that for a toilet because it'll be a lot easier to clean. And I got a bigger wheel for him. The store only had an 8-inch wheel. I wanted to get a 10-inch, but it's going to have to do for now. It's a lot better than he had in his original cage, which the wheel's not even in there right now because there was room for it, but it didn't seem like he had room to do much, and he didn't really run on it very much. I don't think he liked it. I think he'll like this one. And then I have this little hanging thing. So I tried to put a lot of different things for him to play on, and I also got some herbs. You can see some of them there. A couple of different bags. What are they? One is mulberry, I think, and one is... there's some up here you can see too. I can't remember. I sprinkled it all around, the two different herbs I got. So basically, that's it. And the top, I was really glad that I found these. These are disposable barbecue grills that they use here in Taiwan. They're metal though, so you can't chew through them. And they actually fit perfectly on the bars that come with this Detolf. So the section over here I have secured down with zip ties and stuff so it can't move because this is higher, so he'll be able to push up on it. We'll see how it goes. If he can still open it. I'll have to think of something else. The ones over on this side, since he can't really get to the top, I don't think, they're easier for me to open and get to the inside. But anyway, here's a long shot. I'm really excited, and I will make a video as soon as he wakes up. I'll play a little bit, and I'll introduce Ben to his new home. You can see where Ben made a tunnel. He's sleeping right now. I think he wore himself out. He's sleeping like that.